The thrilling installation of the trilogy. Gamers Nation has risen, fallen, and is now back again. It's simply appalling that he managed to actually get his channel back, and I honestly can't say I'm too happy about it, but he is back with 3 new videos, and he does have some intention of changing from what I've seen, but we'll just discuss the apology for now.
So about a month ago, my channel was terminated, and quote-unquote the reason by YouTube was either a severe breaking of the community guidelines, sexual content, or multiple or repeated community strikes. We did appeal. We contacted YouTube, and a month later their channel is back, and we got the channel back, and that's all that matters.
What's with this quote-unquote stuff? Dude, you were breaking community guidelines. Like, there was literally a rule against sexual or misleading thumbnails, both of which you broke in nearly every single one of your uploads. It seems like he's trying to act as if it was something supposed or a legend. I mean, dude, you were just breaking the rules. It's okay to admit that. I don't know how on earth Gamers Nation's channel was even approved for the appeal, but I guess there was a promise to change? I don't know, man. I believe in second chances, but a termination should have been pretty permanent in my opinion. I feel like a warning shot, so to speak, would have been demonetization, because that is a pretty good wake-up call that you need to fix your content. It's also not as permanent, and allows the creator at least a chance to still upload while they fix things. Gamers Nation was a serial rule breaker, so I do believe a termination was justified, but honestly can't say for sure if it was just like a heavy warning, or if YouTube just fucked up giving him his channel back, or what. I mean, I have little to no faith in YouTube's system at this point, so I'm just speculating here, but I guess we can see that this dude, he kind of went back on his promise. I feel like he is starting to change, but that one thing he uploaded was really iffy. But speaking as if that video weren't uploaded, termination in my opinion should have either been warranted or reversed if it was an honest mistake, and I don't really think it was a mistake considering the amount of times Gamers Nation broke the rules. I feel termination was appropriate and shouldn't have been reversed, but anyways, back to the video.
But sadly, the hate didn't stop. It kinda got worse. I'm just gonna read to you 1 or 2 of just the things that I've got when the channel got terminated, and people would be reaching out to me in Gmails. Okay, there's a lot of words that I can't say, but get you 19-year-old dropout. You really don't learn. I may have not succeeded, but so get your head out of your... Get a weapon, take a nice long swig of a drink, and do the world a favor and blow your out. That was someone sending me a message on Gmail, and that's one of so many messed up people that I don't know. I'm just not gonna waste our times by checking all of the hate comments. It was just a lot of people telling me to go end myself. It was frustrating. It was way too much. All I'm trying to say is some of you do some messed up things, like what you do or what you send is so messed up. I'm still a human being. I have feelings. I don't deserve to be getting, like, I don't deserve for people to be telling me to go end my life or whatever they're saying or the hate that I'm getting. Even though I'm aware that most of the hate is coming from the sexual thumbnails that, I don't know, some of you or most of you don't like. That's why I'm gonna be talking and addressing the sexual thumbnails thingy in this video.
Yeah, that email was totally unwarranted. Let's be real, both gacha haters and gacha lovers alike really don't like your channel, and seeing as both sides are mostly made up of children, I wouldn't put it past them to send something like this. It's unclear from which side that was sent, so to speak, but it's quite obvious that it doesn't matter because nobody should be saying that at all. As someone who's faced similar harassment, I totally get how that's hard to deal with, and I do agree that a lot of people seem to forget that the people they're being nasty to are actually, you know, humans as well. However, while that level of hate is totally unwarranted, you're pretty infamous in the community by now, and by uploading the video, you just kind of brought down even more of that negativity on yourself. People were already roasting the shit out of you in the comments, and maybe they should have given you a chance to change, but bruh, you kind of went back on everything and you said the video the very next day by uploading that thumbnail, but people have a right to be upset over that. Yes, some people are rude, and I'm not talking about the ones that are over the top like the sender of that email. I'm talking about the people that just leave snarky comments. You can't really complain about that when you just completely went back on what you said like the day after you uploaded this video. My point is, you really can't expect anyone to instantly welcome you back with open arms, considering your past. Sure, it would have been nice for people to give you a chance, but really, can you blame them? To be extra clear, I'm not talking about the people that send you death threats or instruct you to end your own life. Those people suck, and I'm just talking about the people that are, you know, reasonably rude and just make jokes.
About the sexual thumbnails, they have been on the channel for a while. The titles too. I might have went a bit way too far with it, but it was just the thumbnails. It was never the content itself. I never, like showed something that a kid is not supposed to see, or that the channel is not made for kids. But I'm not gonna keep chit-chatting about this. All I'm gonna be saying from now on, the sexual thumbnails are gonna be gone. The content is gonna be more interesting, it's gonna be more lively, it's gonna have more scenes, it's gonna have more characters, it's gonna be by Gacha Club too, or on Gacha Club. I'm gonna dedicate all of my power to make my content 10 times better. But the sexual thumbnails are gonna be gone, sexual titles are gonna be gone too. So I hope this changes few things.
From now on, the sexual thumbnails are going to be gone. Keep that line in mind, put a pin in it, because he's just gonna go back on his words like the next day, as I keep reiterating throughout this entire video. As for this segment, he's clearly just making excuses. I never showed kids something they weren't supposed to see. It's mainly used as a defense because he didn't actually put the things in his thumbnails in the actual videos, but keep in mind, dude, thumbnails are like the first thing you see when you decide to click on a video. Even if your channel was 18 plus, you make gacha videos. Gacha, in case you weren't aware, has a fan base of mostly kids. It's a game geared towards kids. Of course, your videos are going to pop up in their recommendations if they watch a lot of gacha content, so even if you don't make videos for kids, you still make them on a platform that mainly children use, thus increasing the likelihood that a child is actually going to see them. As for the "my channel isn't made for kids" thing, bruh, you immediately forfeit that argument when you make gacha videos. Like I mentioned earlier, whether you like it or not, gacha is a game that appeals to mostly children. Taking a look at some of the comments I get proves it. When you make adult content in a kids game on a platform that does have children on it, you do not get to use that argument. You are taking something that should be child-friendly, perverting it, and then by uploading it on a site that is commonly used by kids, you're going to be exposing kids to that stuff. Because seriously, what adult is going to YouTube to get their fill of NSFW gacha content? If for some really weird reason you're an adult and you want to get off to gacha shit, go to adult websites or something where there's an active age restriction. Sexual gacha content will never ever have a place on YouTube no matter how you try to slice it. I can't believe I actually have to explain it, but here we are. While the actual content itself wasn't 18 plus in nature, the thumbnails were, and repeating my argument from earlier, those can easily get into a kid's recommendations, exposing them to all that nasty stuff which they really don't need to see. It also doesn't really help that you are hellbent on incest and the fetishization of the LGBT community, Gamers Nation, so yeah. At least you admit you went too far with a lot of that, but that's a bit of an understatement, because seriously, what were you thinking?
And the people that say I'm a college dropout, that's not how it went. I did waste my high school just to work on YouTube, but I did pass high school. I just delayed 1 year of my college to I don't know, get better with YouTube, and I did go from 50,000 subscribers to 136, so I did do something. But yeah, starting next year we're gonna be going back to college, and enough of the drama. This is over. It's gonna be more interesting, happy, better videos, vlogs, whatever it is. So let's stop with the drama, and since we talked about the sexual thumbnails, they're gonna be all gone, and there will be no reason to hate.
Honestly, the part about you being a dropout really isn't anyone's business, but really, dude, you kinda skimped out on high school to focus on YouTube. You made MSP and gacha content. Is that really something to prioritize over an education? I'm in high school now, and I found a pretty healthy way to balance my school life and my YouTube work. You don't need to give up your studies in order to pursue a YouTube career, and if you ask me, either way, an education is more important than YouTube, even if you are a bigger channel, because in terms of monetary support, YouTube is extremely fickle. Unless you're like PewDiePie or something, you should not be relying solely on a YouTube career for money, but I guess I can't tell you how to live your life. Anyways, he just kind of repeats over and over how he's gonna change, no more lead thumbnails, but fast forward a day and here we go. That's pretty much the end of this video, so let's go on to the next bit. I fell down! I've probably already put screen caps here, but dude, not even a day after this man says he's gonna change, he's gonna stop, he's just back on his bullshit. The common theme for this community is disappointed but not surprised, and honestly, this just reinforces my claim. Also, update, he just uploaded another video kind of like this, like, are you kidding me? I mean, I guess this one's less sexual, I suppose, but it's seriously still not great. Like, it just seems that he's sinking into the realms of those run-of-the-mill, cheesy, clickbaity content types, you know, like those mobile ads where you have to choose between leaving beating your husband or pissing in his soup because you caught him cheating. That's oddly specific, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'll just leave that one video on the back burner and focus on this other video, My Teacher Does Stuff to Me. I mean, I guess it's slightly better than the other ones, but dude, implications. This kind of does constitute as a sexual thumbnail because of the suggestions present, and you know, the well-known teacher-student trope. You'd said you'd be making your content more respectable, but this ain't it, chief. As for the newest video, come on man, there's already a problem with people romanticizing abuse in the community. Don't add more fuel to the fire. Watch how she broke him, you wouldn't believe how it happened. Bruh, she's beating the shit out of him, I'm pretty sure I know how it happened. Do we really have to clickbait abuse in order to make a good video? I personally don't think so. He says in the comment section that it's just, quote, a boyfriend begging his girlfriend not to break up with him, but dude, I'm not blind. There's obviously cuts and bruises on him and he's getting the crap kicked out of him. The last video was kind of iffy, but I had to go back and re-record the section because of that new video. Overall, I say it's a change for the better. He's almost there, you know, baby steps, but for the most part, there's actually some kind of progress being made, believe it or not. Unless he does something major or appalling, this is going to be my last video on him. I personally think that in terms of a response video, there should have been some kind of apology instead of excuses, as he seems to use these defenses of my channel isn't made for kids a lot. Well, you can't control your audience, you can control what you show to them. If your shtick is sexual content and you've garnered an audience of children, maybe move that lewd content to other websites and have a backup plan for your child audience. While it may not seem fair, when it comes to this kind of situation, you really do need to be mindful of all the people who follow you. When you make, say, slightly lewd content, a simple warning is really all you can do, because what you're showing the audience isn't completely appalling, but it's not exactly advised, you know? The relation between creator and audience is always kind of a gray zone, but there are examples of, you know, simply being unable to control the people that see your content, and just being kind of gross with what you show to them.
Chicken sandwich.
In conclusion, while that one video was a little bit iffy, GamerStation is actually showing some progress, and hopefully he keeps that in the future. His excuses and his explanation video didn't exactly hold up, but I'm willing to see what happens from here. Hopefully the worst it gets is those weird clickbait thumbnails, but here's hoping. I do think he actually listened to the feedback on his last video, even if the feedback was just hate, but he actually is changing. I mean, either way he's falling off in views. I mean, I'd bet money if half his subscribers are only watching him for those thumbnails, and he's only pulling around 10k per video for a 100k channel. I mean, hopefully he does clean up his content, but that's about it. Anyways, I'm gonna go play some Minecraft now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.